Well, hello and welcome back to ToCA Race Driver 2. The final championship in the career is the Masters Grand Prix. Now, it's usually around about this time I say welcome back to the finale of ToCA Race Driver 2, but you have spoken in your droves and you want me to do the secondary career, which I will quickly show off. It is all of these championships. Every single one of them. You want me to do them, and I am going to do them, but there is a bit of a secret as well. You got 3 secret championships to do as well. You got the Caliburn Classic, you got the Mamba Single Day. To unlock these is complete 10 championships and 20 championships respectively. And then you have the Speed Circus, which is complete the Caliburn Classic and the Mamba Single Day to unlock. So we do have some secret championships to do as well. So this game is not fully 100% complete just yet. However, let's get on with the final championship in the career. It is the Masters Grand Prix. It's going to take about an hour and 1 minute. There are 6 races: A1 GP, or A1 Ring GP, sorry, Nürburgring Long, Surfers Paradise, Kyalami, Donington Long, and Brands Hatch GP, 6, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7 laps, respectively. 19 opponents, so 20 cars on the grid. And I also asked for questions, and you did deliver. We have 6 questions, which I will go through for each of the 6 races, which is absolutely ideal. So, without further ado, let's get down onto the first race at A1 Ring GP. And here we are then in our lovely blue Formula car. Now, this championship is a hell of a lot easier than the 1v1 with me and Stellan, so thankfully we should win this championship fairly easily, because the AI do have a habit of going off the circuit as well. So, our first question, I will read once we get around this corner. Oh, and that happens as well. Wonderful. Yeah, these cars are very susceptible to damage and are very fragile. It wasn't great driving, Scott, trust me. But I will get through to the question in just a moment once we get onto the start-finish straight. But I'm not really too worried about what position I come in on the first race, because, like I said, 6 races in total. And some of the races do have pit stops as well. I think the race at Nürburgring and Donington both have pit stops. And you'll notice for the keen-eyed watcher is that these cars have 7 gears rather than the 6 gears that mine had with the 1v1 with Stellan. Anyway, the question from HCR: will the murder mystery of James Randall be uncovered in the new grid game? I don't think it will. However, it would be hilarious if there was a cameo of, say, Paulie washing his hands and James Randall floating face down in a little stream somewhere. That would be friggin' hilarious. But I doubt it will happen. So that was the first question. I'll answer the other questions on each consecutive race. But yeah, it was sort of open-ended on the end of ToCA Race Driver 1. They didn't really say what happened with James Randall, or, you know, whatever his name was. And Paulie, did they ever catch him? Oh. God, I'm getting all my gears mixed up now. Bloody hell, what's going on? No worries at all. Oh yeah, the wings on these cars are just aesthetic. They don't really do anything. If you whack your wings off, it doesn't mess with the downforce, because these cars don't really have much in the way of downforce. They feel pretty much like DTM cars. So I'm getting all crossed up on this one. You can tell it's been a few days since I've done the 1v1 challenge. Get around there, good. Hopefully we'll be able to catch at least one of these drivers. The way I'm driving, no, not likely to happen. Because I am sucking pretty bad at the moment. But then it is like 3 o'clock in the morning, so... Oh, so someone must have gone off the track there because they're all in a nice tight little clump. We may be able to get a position yet. All 4 of them are ahead, actually. And up into 3rd, look at that. Aye, thank you, Scotty. Now, I did actually record this before, earlier on today, and I completely forgot to add the questions in, because I just completely forgot I asked for questions to add into the last episode, and yeah, it was all edited, uploaded, and scheduled, ready to go, and then I'm like, I forgot to answer the questions, so I thought, sod it. While it's quiet and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll record it again and add all the questions in, because I am good like that. Oh, we're so close to 2nd. Can we catch him before the end of the race? And yes, will be the answer to that if he doesn't push us off. Oh, again. Thank you, Scotty, for the quick maths. Okay, final lap then. Is all or nothing, he says. I really hate that corner because it's so slow. The car doesn't want to accelerate either, it's just, hurry up. Oh, will we catch him before the end? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Yes, Scotty, thanks again for repeating yourself. I prefer Bobby. Anyway, so there's race number 1, and we finished 2nd, which isn't too bad. It is indeed, thank you very much, Scott. And Gareth Ennis was 1st. So yeah, we get 6 points for the first race, and it comes up with the little tally there as we go to Nürburgring Long. And yes, pit stops on this one, so we'll go on to the next lot of questions from the Party Squid. Excluding racing games, what are my fave game genres I like to play? That is his first of 3 questions. I believe it's 3. Anyway, let's have a look at my notepad. It is. Yeah, anything really. Strategy games, RPGs. RPGs especially, I'm a massive Final Fantasy fan. So, yeah, they're always great fun. Strategy as well, I like Age of Empires and stuff like that. First-person shooters, not so much. I like the original Doom series. Newer ones, like, newer games like... Yes, Scott, thank you for interrupting. Like CSGO and stuff like that, nah. Not really my thing. I do like the old Medal of Honor, though, the one that was on the PlayStation. That was a very good game. Shoot 'em ups, they're okay. Fighting games, yeah, I do like the old Tekken games. And Soul Blade, as it was known in the UK, it was known as Soul Calibur everywhere else. The first one on the PlayStation, I mean. But yeah, they were very good games. But yeah, I'm just more into my racing, really. Thank you, and I will. Everyone's going all ass about face. So I'm going to pit now, and... Lovely job. So we should come out in 13th, 14th. And I think we should be okay. From my recording earlier, we did come out in 14th place and we ended up winning the race. So, foreshadowing. Ooh, spoilers. Spoilers, I know. But there you go. These things are meant to try us, as they say. The thing is, you want to really try to avoid first gear, especially in wet conditions, because the car, well, actually it doesn't really matter, wet or dry conditions, the car still wants to slide all over the place. There we go, up to 13th, so, if memory serves me correctly, we should come out after the other guys go in for their pit stops in 7th place. And then the lap afterwards we should be leading, but let's see if I'm correct. So some of the guys have gone in, so yeah, I think I should be in 7th after this. And yes, I'm correct, so... first place is on the cards next lap. Again, if memory serves me correctly, I could be completely wrong. But I doubt it. When am I ever wrong? Never. Mwah. Actually, all the bloody time. See, I'm trying to think of a game that I played online years ago, that I was so into. It was so much fun. I think it was actually the old RuneScape. I started playing RuneScape, the old one, years and years ago, and God, I was so into it. But there was another one as well that I started playing when it was more new on the market, before it became an advertising hub. It was Ragnarok Online. I played that for a few months. That was really good fun. And there was another one as well, another like online RPG style game, and it was all in 3D, and my god, it was great fun, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was, and the name of it eludes me to this day. Oh, and there we go, just as I predicted, we're in first. We're in first. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question, your first one anyway. There's more questions to come with each race. But, yeah, I would say racing games is my all-time top favourite genre of game. RPGs would be a close second, and strategy third. And there we go. That wasn't exactly how... oh, excuse me, I got a bubble in my throat. That wasn't exactly how the question was asked. It was, what other types of games other than racing do I play? But, yeah, I think I did answer that anyway, like the old Dooms, Final Fantasy, stuff like that. I'm not getting complacent, shut your goddamn mouth. Okay, final lap time.
You're on your final lap, son. Stay focused.
Yes, yes, Dad. Christ, we got a massive lead. Look at that. I'd say a good 5-10 seconds. Down through the old Mullenbach Nürburgring course that we've raced on GT Legends. Now, any natives to Germany and who know their bits and bobs about Nürburgring, do they still use the Mullenbach as a training ground or as like a club circuit, or do they just use the half Nürburgring circuit? Because I don't know. I would like to know more about certain tracks and their layouts and stuff. I know Monza Junior, they used that back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, I guess, but not anymore. But, oh well. Anyway, our first victory in the Masters GP. Great drive indeed, Scott. And there we go, so we should take the lead in the championship. Yes, we do. By a good 4 points as we go to Surfer's Paradise. And off we go. Now the second question from the Party Squid is, what games am I looking forward to in 2019? Well, Automobilista 2, that is for certain, although I probably won't be able to play it on my system. And I've crashed my car. Yay! Yeah, see how susceptible these are to damage. So yeah, the game that's come out recently, which is at FIA European Truck Championship, that looks like an awesome game, so I'm definitely going to be playing that at some point in the future, because my good friend Rick, as you know, or Catcool, he's lent me his Steam library so I can play it. So thank you, Rick. What else? Yeah, so Automobilista. There is one game in particular I'm looking forward to for next year, of course, which is the Final Fantasy remake. I won't be able to buy it because I don't have a PlayStation 4, but my brother does, and he's actually going to get it, so I'll probably sit down for hours and watch him play it. Like a total numpty. But that's what we used to do back in the bygone era. When we first got a PlayStation 1, many eons ago, he would play Tomb Raider, the original first Tomb Raider, and all of us would sit around and watch him play until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. The same thing with Silent Hill and Resident Evil. They were good games, and I remember when Resident Evil 2 was released, he went down to, there was a pink planet in the middle of town. They no longer exist, sadly. But yeah, they had a special opening night at midnight, and all the staff were dressed up as zombies, and he went down especially at midnight to get himself a copy. So, yeah, that's like the good old days. You're sitting down and watching him play games. It's like the, what's that game called? It was basically the sequel to Shadow of the Colossus with Trico, I think his name, isn't it? Sat down and watched him play some of that as well. Bloody good game, and then he got stuck on a certain part, and I don't think he actually carried on playing it after that. I'll have to ask him later on. Then you're in first! Thanks, Scott. Scotty me Bob. Ooh. So yeah, I think they're the two main games I'm looking forward to anyway. Because I know FIA European Truck Racing, that's already been released. That was released a few days ago. So yeah, Automobilista 2. There is a game actually on Steam that I really bloody want. but it's like £12 and I haven't got the money for it at the moment, is Crumple Zone. And it looks just like the old Destruction Derby games. And I so badly want to get it, and I just hope it goes on Steam sale soon, because it didn't go on the summer sale. But yeah, it looks very good. If you are a fan of the old Destruction Derby games, I seriously recommend you check out Crumple Zone on Steam. It does. Again, I haven't played it yet because I haven't been able to afford the game, but it just looks really cool. So yeah, and that's about it really. Apparently as well, they're doing a remake or a remaster of Final Fantasy VIII. What are you on about? They're not on my bloody tail, they're miles behind. Yeah, they're doing a remaster of Final Fantasy VIII. That's gonna look sweet. What I would love for them to do is do a remake of Final Fantasy IX as well. Could you imagine? Because that game is just gorgeous to look at anyway, and the music is so good. If they brought Final Fantasy IX up to nowadays standards, God, that would be stunning.
That's a good lead, lad. Nice driving.
Nice driving, indeed.
That was one hell of a lap, kid. Fastest lap so far.
I don't really know what other games are going to be coming out. I don't really keep up to date with gaming news as much as I should. Recently, honestly, all I've been doing is going through the free games on Steam, like old racing games, like really crap ones, the ones that got the worst reviews, and just to do a one-off on those, because they're just really fun to do, especially really crap games. So I've got a couple lined up, and one that is... it's got mixed reviews, but I mean, I thought it was really good. It's more or less a tech demo. But it was made by a bunch of students as a project, and it looks really good. The only time I actually played it though was on my old clunker of a laptop years ago. I think like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was really juddery and I couldn't play it properly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some of the more one-off games, and if you can... Shut up, Scott. And if you can recommend me like any really crappy free games to review on Steam, then let me know and I'll gladly do a little one-off review of them. And then we can all sit down and have a laugh, and then forget about it 5 minutes later and go and make tea. Because that'll be lovely. Oh my word, it's bloody warm. I am baking. My PC has actually been getting really hot recently as well. It's like in the high 50s, low 60s Celsius. I know that is okay-ish. I mean, it's high, but I mean, it's, you know, the system stays operational because they're meant to be pushed to that higher temperature, but sometimes rendering videos it goes up to like 72 degrees Celsius. So I'm on the lookout to get another CPU fan or a better equipped heatsink, or maybe even a little desk fan I could just point at the PC and hope for the best, but oh well, to be expected in this heat. And there we go, it's, what's it, race 3, and we get victory number 2. Awesome. Oh, Rick didn't actually say anything at the end there. How peculiar. But anyway, we get the victory, and we're leading by 10 points in the championship as we head off now to Kailami. And question number 3, the final question from the Party Squid, is what is my favourite film franchise? Try saying that 3 times when you're piss drunk. Favourite film franchise. To be honest, I don't really watch films. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in about 10-15 years. There was only too much reality TV I could watch, and films, I think in recently son of a bit. Yeah, I need to restart that one. That was awful because my car is completely junk. But the recent films I've watched is, oh, that Marvel film. The one everyone went crazy about, I've forgotten the name of. Yeah, that one was okay. I don't really know what other films I've watched recently. Isle of Dogs, that one's good. That was on, I think Netflix or something. It was on anyway. What else? I know it's an old film, but one film that I really like is Maleficent. That film is bloody awesome. But again, it doesn't answer the question, does it? It's what favourite film franchise do I like? Comedy, action, fantasy definitely. So like, I don't know, yeah, like Maleficent or Dragonheart. Stuff like that. Flight of Dragons, that old 70s film. Or was that an 80s film? Had Don McLean singing the intro song. That's a good film. But yeah, in all honesty, I don't really watch TV anymore. I don't watch movies. Because films these days, they're all pretty much the same. There's not really, it's very rare for a good film to come out that really grabs my attention. I'm like, wow, I gotta see this. Maybe any films I'm looking forward to coming out. Maybe the new Avatar film. Because the first Avatar was really good. And I think they're making another 4 sequels to it. Or another 5. I'm not really sure. Again, I'm really not up to scratch on my entertainment news. Or film news, or... Wow, Scott, I think even my 3-year-old nephew could distinguish that. Come on, man. You're losing the plot big time. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I don't watch TV, I don't watch films. Much. One film I would love for them to make would be like an Elder Scrolls film. Like Oblivion. If they made Oblivion into a motion picture, that would be awesome. Or even Skyrim. Yeah, they make a Skyrim film where the dragon just suddenly flies off in circles in the air and never comes back. And that is the end of the film. That's when the cast goes up. That's happened to me the first time I played Skyrim. I was halfway through when you go up and meet the wise old dragon on top of the mountain. And yeah, he decided to start walking in circles, and then he just started flying away in circles. I'm like, what the hell? And I couldn't do it. Completely soft-locked the game. So I couldn't do a bloody thing. So I had to reset, and I hadn't saved for hours previously, so I had to do it all over again. For me, Skyrim was a bit of a disappointment. It was very short compared to Oblivion. The main story quest was very short. I completed the game in like 2 hours, which was quite a disappointment. I suppose you got like thousands of side quests you can do, but for the main quest to only last a couple of hours was a bit of a letdown, really. When you have... See, he repeats himself. I swear to God, he repeats himself. Oblivion took me weeks to complete. And of course you had the Shimmering Isles with Oblivion as well, which was awesome. And Sheogorath. I got Morrowind somewhere. I haven't actually played all the way through Morrowind yet. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, it's like, recently, it's like all the films that are coming out is like Marvel Comics and DC, and I'm not into superhero films much. The only reason I went to see, I've forgotten the bloody name of it. Yeah, that one. Where Thanos is a stick and everyone tries to kill him and stuff. Yeah, that one. Endgame. My brother and sister paid for me to go and see it, so it was alright. It was funny in places and stuff, but I mean, I'm not really into this DC Comics, and they just announced that they're going to be making a load more superhero films. I'm like, why? That is a bit overkill. Make something original for once. It's like Codemasters just remaking Formula 1. It's like, try something else. Remake a ToCA game, please. Instead of milking a dead cash cow. Again, get past the car up in front and you'll be first. I know, Scott, I can deduct 1 from 2. Shut up. Still got a lap and a half, so I could do it. Just talking too much nonsense, I'm just losing concentration, the usual stuff.
You're on your final lap. It's your last chance to overtake.
Last chance to overtake. Will we do it? No, is the answer to that. Nah, he's way too far ahead now anyway. Unless he goes off, which I doubt will happen. No, and I go off instead in sympathy. I was actually watching the South African Grand Prix of 1993 last night. And only 5 cars finish. And it's amazing to think how the attrition rate was back then. Nowadays you don't see hardly any engines expire or anything like that. It's a complete contrast. Oh well, we didn't win, but second place is better than nothing.
Great driving. Second place is a fine result.
Yeah, it is indeed. So, there we go, second place, and we're still leading the championship 32 to 19 points as we go to Donington Loan. And yes, another pit stop between lap 1 and 5. Right, the next lot of questions then. Is by Scott Barnes. What happened to the ToCA Touring Car Championship full championship that I had uploaded? I didn't like how it was edited, so I deleted it because I'm gonna redo it again at some point. So yeah, I wasn't happy with it, so I thought, nah, I can do better than that, so I deleted it. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, it does have a mandatory pit stop, and we'll do the usual and pit on lap number 1. Right at the back though, still in 10th. Alright, let's see if we can take a few positions here, pick them off one by one, and no, we're just going to kill the car instead. Wonderful. Oh well. Welcome back to Donington. That's a bit of a better start. So we have a question from Scott Barnes. What happened to the full championship on ToCA 1? I'm going to answer it again. I deleted it because it was naff.
This is a mandatory pit race, lad.
No, you are not experiencing deja vu. I did answer the question twice. Because I can. Yeah, you see how sensitive these cars are when it comes to damage. One slight little knock, and you have to restart. Oh, where did you come from? Cool, up into 6th. Oh, come on, why are you going so slow? Move! He did that on purpose.
The pits are open.
Pits are open, we're going to go in now. Ooh.
Tire, lad.
That was bloody lucky. Alright, so we're in 14th. And I think either a win or second place, either or would be fine. But yeah, I'm thinking of actually redoing all of the old ToCA games that I've already done because, you know, my editing skills have improved, my commentary has improved. And I think, all in all, I could just do a better job. And you know, I'm a lot better at doing custom thumbnails now as well, instead of just using a screen grab of like the front cover of the game or whatever. So, oh, speaking of thumbnails, I've actually, excuse me, I've actually been working on a graphic, a personalized graphic for my thumbnails, so they should look all awesome and pristine and pretty. And I'll debut the thumbnail when I start doing ToCA Race Driver 3. Which isn't far off. I've already installed the game, and I've done some tests with it, and it works absolutely fine. Now all we have to do is get the lead and get the victory, which I don't think we're going to do. I think we're a bit far back. But we shall do our darndest. Got a few more cars going in the pits now anyway. Yep, so we're going to be in second.
That was the fastest lap of the race.
They're just faster around some of the corners. I'm faster than them around some, and they're faster than me around most. Which is quite concerning.
Get past that car up ahead and you'll be first.
Oh, Scott, please shut your face. You annoying ignoramus. Oh, he must have had a bit of a whoopsie. Thank you for slowing down. I'm going to take the lead then. Awesome. Maybe he was just pretending he was a lapped car and moved out of the way for me. I don't know.
You're doing great, but don't get complacent.
No, I'm not going to get complacent. We lost a bit of time there. Why do these tracks seem so bloody stretched? I don't mean like horizontally, I mean not vertically, horizontally, because it looks like the track is a lot wider than it usually is. That's one thing I've noticed about the ToCA games in general, is that some of them, especially the race driver games, they just aren't as well made, I guess.
You've got this one.
It is more noticeable, definitely, on the last race on this championship, which is Brands Hatch GP. That track is so incredibly wide. And it's not like that, I know, because I've been there multiple times and I've walked around the circuit. And that place is massively tight. And they've made it like a four-way dual carriageway sort of thing, 4-lane motorway. can see him. I can see him back there. I'm just pretending I can't see him. No, I think we got this. We were awfully lucky he had a whoopsie and slowed down. Otherwise, I don't think we would have caught him. And there we go, another victory. Well, they would have done if they didn't mess up, but yeah, there we go. 42-24. We cannot be beaten now. We are the Masters Grand Prix champions, so all that's left to do is just finish this race, and it'll be done. And we have one last question from Scott Barnes. Is the BTCC series on GTR2 still my favourite series? No, actually, I think these are the ToCA race driver ones, because, or the GT Legends as well, because a lot more people can get involved, like with this one. Like people picking what championship I should go to next, or with GT Legends having, you know, some people in the comments having their username as AI drivers. So I think it's split 50-50 between the ToCA race driver games and GT Legends. GTR2 was very linear, and it was okay, but it just, oh bloody hell, how did I get through there? But yeah, I think having a break from it for this year was a really good decision, because I was getting a lot of burnout. Like I said, because those episodes take anywhere up to 4 hours to edit at any one time. So yeah, so I'm glad I took a break from it, and I could do different things, and I could do games like this and get more people involved in some way, shape or form. So yeah, I would say definitely GT Legends and ToCA Race Driver series are my new favourite series to do. And like I mentioned, testing ToCA Race Driver 3, because I've already installed it and I've been doing tests on it. The best thing about the career on that game is that you can actually do every single championship that comes up. So, for example, say one tier has 3 championships, I could put a vote out on the most popular choice, and then deduct the second most popular, and then the first most popular or third most popular, and do them in order of how they should be played, and just do the whole championships like that. That game is going to take a long time to do, because there's 32 tiers and over 120 championships. And again, like this game, there's 2 careers you could do. You have the World Tour, and you have the Pro Career. So there's 2 massive careers to do, and I'll be doing 100% on those as well. So expect a long-ass series that's going to go into the hundreds and hundreds of episode numbers. And while I'm talking, I'm not paying any attention to this game whatsoever, or this race. So I'm surprised we're still in 6th. But still a long way to go in this race anyway, so that's all good. We're only coming up to lap 4 of 7. And, why do they do that? They always clip your rear wheel and then they send you off into the barriers. Cheating bastards. But see what I mean, how wide this track looks. It is not this wide, Codemasters. What were you thinking? There's a hell of a lot of body panels around. Alright, let's see if we can actually get a clean lap this time, shall we? So go up through the old, well, not the old Dingle Dell, this is a new shaped Dingle Dell, isn't it? Which sucks, because I like the old Dingle Dell. Why aren't you going into pits? You haven't got no rear wing. Bugger off. Oh, and again, they clip your rear wheel. Goddamn annoying when it happens.
Fantastic lap, sir. That's the fastest lap.
Of course it is. Won't be after this one. Lap 5 of 7, so 3 laps to go. A podium would be okay. Ain't gonna win because the leader is way too far ahead. Come on, son, one more push to get another position, or some crap I'm gonna say and repeat and repeat and repeat.
You're quiet now, lad. That was the fastest lap of the race.
No! Son of a bitch. 2 laps to go and I wreck it. Actually, do you know what I can do? If I click on retire from race, it ends the game because I won anyway.
This is great, it's great.
Look at her! She's at it again! Hey, Hotshot, excuse me.
I want us in a Masters Grand Prix seat.
Mind the car!
Blimey, you broke your hand.
You are barred the pits, hen. You wanna have a go? Have a go at me, son. Do me a favour, compadre. Take this guy out. Your access is finito. Comprende? What?
Yeah, that's one thing I really like. It shows perspective of Mandy's camera, so you can see what happened. And there's the actors, Tom Kocher. I did actually try and email him and see if he would like a chat about his roles in the ToCA race driver franchise, but I never heard anything back. So unfortunately, but there you go. So yeah, rather than redo that race again, I thought, well, if I just exit the race, I've won the championship anyway by a handful of points, so it saves time. So there you go. And many thanks to all these sponsors and everyone for making this game what it was. And ToCA Race Driver 3 is even better. So there you go. "100% Pure Juice Studios, thank you very much as well." So there we go, we came in last during the race, but we win by a massive amount, 28 to 42. So there we go, 100% complete for the career anyway. So if you go into it, you can't really access any of the other championships you've done, but next time we have the free race career to do, so we have, like I said, all of these championships to do, plus we have 3 to unlock, which are secret championships as well. So there we go, that was the career complete. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll be back next time for the start of the free race career, which will be held at the Sunshine Series. 7 races to do. I'm not going to do full race length, because if we go to the V8 Supercar, I'll just do this as a demonstration. But if you select all, it does a whole calendar. We'll only do 5 laps for the championship, because you can see the estimate series length is still an hour, so it's still quite long. If we were to do 100% lap length, it would take 16 hours, including the Bathurst 1000 of 161 laps. I am not going to sit down for 16 hours and do one championship, not at all. So yeah, next time then we'll do the Sunshine Cup or a series or whatever it's called. And I will see you then. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you for coming on this journey with me, and we're going to start a brand new adventure very soon. So thanks for watching, and take very good care.